Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello. I'm so excited to have you with us tonight. We have a very big show, as you may be aware. We've got something brand new to share with you later this evening. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We've got to do these things in order.
Have we?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So coming up on tonight's show, BOOcast 45.
45.
We've got some bad news. What's
Bad
that?
news.
Maybe tell us when it
I'll
happens.
tell you when it happens. There's some bad news, a little bit of bad news for you.
Not bad news.
No, good news. Bad news with an N in there. Good stuff is going on.
Excellent.
In our world and in the wider world, we've got news about AI data sets. You may have seen this news item floating around. Very
crikey.
interesting, surprising information to
never
share with
mind.
you. That'll be good.
One day we'll not be talking about AI.
And we've done some
For God's
research.
sake.
We've done some research, and we just thought the stuff it's fun and disturbing.
Don't turn off.
We're going to share that with you. It came about as a result of the previous news item. Anyway, lots of lawsuits going on left, right, and centre. I'm sure you've been hearing about some
It's
of those
the
as well.
litigious show.
Tis the season of lawsuits.
It's litigitastic.
And it's interesting.
Yeah. We got a synth of the month.
We got a synth of the month.
Yes.
And of course,
Oh, yeah.
the world premiere of our new song, Alligator, which is available with pre-orders for CVU's Soft Rains.
That is quite exciting. And thank you to all of you who have already pre-ordered the album. That's really great to know that it's going to... Well, I know... I mean,
It's very nice to
I
see
don't know,
it
finish that
flying off
album.
the shelves.
Thank you very much if you've done that already. And also...
we'll tell you right after this.
Sure. So
because
that's
it's time.
It's all coming up on tonight's BOOcast number 45, which starts right now.
So there's a lot to dance and celebrate for.
Does that sound like it's slowing down to you? Does that sound like it's slowing down to you? It's really weird. It's the same piece of music, but every so often I get this weird aural
Illusion.
hallucination that it seems to be dropping in pitch. Is anyone else getting that?
This is a good straw poll in the chat. Tell
Because
us.
it's not.
Because we've both experienced this.
We know it's
We've
not.
checked it. It is motoric as anything. I mean, it's on, but it creates this woozy illusion where you think time is slowing down, and we always think, oh no, the stream's slowing down, but it's just an aural trick. They're out there, these tricks. Anyway, the most important news, top of the show, is
Yes.
with a big apology to our US fans, but
Yes.
also good news. You can now order anything physical from us: CDs, merch, T-shirts, mugs, whatever.
If you're in the US.
If you're in the US, we can now send stuff to you.
So which we've been so ridiculously busy, and also we've been celebrating a little bit because it feels like a great time to celebrate. It's been really warm. We've been exploring our new town, meeting lots of lovely new people,
We've
having a
come
lovely
To
time.
the end of a very long work
I
cycle.
literally only just managed to check the Discord. I'm sorry about that. It was a bit of a delay, and I can't remember. Let me just check.
What happened in the Discord?
We had
Someone was asking about the US.
That's right.
I could bring it up in my browser.
Yes, it was Easy Monkey. Easy Monkey was just saying, "Oh, it's not available to sell them to the US," and then I only just saw that and checked it. But yeah, basically there was a checkbox.
Yes.
Checked.
When all the tariff stuff was going on, Bandcamp were like, the easiest thing for you to do is just restrict sales to the US because we don't know how much it's going to cost or if it's going to get there. And then things kept changing so much and we didn't realize it's all fine now.
Apparently
it's fine. CDs are exempt, and I think the T-shirts must be
I
as
believe
well.
the CDs are exempt. So yeah, thanks for bearing with us. I'm really sorry if you're in the States and you didn't know, but yeah, there's some US orders are coming through now. What am I doing?
Yeah, so I'll just show you. If you go to our Bandcamp, CVU's Soft Rains is now available to pre-order. And we've kept the photos very limited because we want you to experience the unfolding of the physical artwork for the first time when you listen to the record. But suffice to say, listening to it with the artwork was a transformative experience for us as well.
That was interesting. It was just one of those things we didn't want to sort of overly share too much. open it for the first time and see it all for the first time yourself. We do have a review going live tonight, don't we?
We do. I don't know.
Have we done that yet?
I haven't checked if it's gone live today. But the wonderful Outside Left magazine.
Yes, let's go there.
So first they shared a little bit of a teaser about the album. And they're a really cool site. And yeah, there it is, Seaside Special. Oh my goodness, I didn't know it had gone up.
I didn't think I'd see Seaside Special and our faces.
So that's us in the ice cream truck.
Do you know what Seaside Special is?
Is it a euphemism?
No.
Oh God, it sounds awful.
Are you ready for your Seaside Special?
No.
It's a salty experience. No, the apologies, everyone.
What does it mean?
It used to be the mid-70s, a sort of live outside broadcast, and they'd go to like Clacton and Blackpool, and there'd always be like the Brotherhood of Man and a whole really sort of middle of the road, really boring like cruise ship entertainment. A whole bunch of dancers doing some rather sort of lame. It's just a really strong memory of like being a child, just sitting there going, "Oh God, when's this going to end?"
A variety show?
Well, yeah, but really
bad.
Just soul destroying.
Like
Seaside Special. That's our album.
That's actually perfect because it is kind
soul
of
destroying.
It's about seaside towns and washed up promenades and all of that.
Yes.
Anyway, we did a lovely interview with Outside Left magazine. They are great.
Go back there.
Oh, it's all right.
We haven't even seen that yet.
We haven't even seen this yet. So
we'll share that with you.
Yeah, we'll share that with you. Yes. Oh, okay.
Right. Back.
That's exciting.
Back.
Okay. The other news is we have a gig coming up with Coastal Electronauts Sems on Thursday the 10th of September in Whitstable, and it's also going to be Sophie Sirota's remix album launch.
Awesome.
So that's going to be a great night. Many thanks to Coastal Electronauts for arranging that.
Yes.
In the fantastic Whitstable Umbrella Community Centre.
Those guys you're all playing with Fetus soon, aren't you?
Shadowlands Festival.
Shadowlands Festival. That's pretty
Clock
awesome.
DVA and
Clock DVA as well.
Githead and
what?
Yeah, all sorts of cool.
Amazing.
Edgy electronic acts.
We'll see if we can make it over and see that, but that sounds really good. Go and check out their Facebook and everything.
Also, this week, Coastal Electronauts are doing their monthly SEMS. What does that stand for? Electronic Music. Something. Sorry, Peter. I've forgotten off the top of my head. But they have a live stream link on their YouTube channel, which we'll post it in the chat. So if you want to tune in live, you can watch it on the internet, or you can go to the Whitstable Umbrella Community Centre and support some local electronic music.
Yeah, acts. Whitstable's a nice town. Go and soak it up. There's a really good Chinese restaurant across the road as well. Yeah,
that was good. And also, actually, in gig news, there's one more thing. I noticed. Nixie's been licking the mic. Oh. Were you recording her purring or something?
No, she's just come in here on her own. She's probably doing her own live stream.
She comes in and flips her tail around the mic, probably.
Hairy live stream.
Anyway, our good friends and boosters Dots are touring at the moment.
Fantastic.
And they are playing a whole bunch of dates all over, up and down the country. Definitely worth checking them out if you want a little bit of electronic blues fun. They make great stuff. So yeah, go to their I Am Seeing Dots Instagram to see the dates, and I'm sure you can find out more. Yes, fantastic. So I said fantastic. I hate myself. We all have words we say too much, which are annoying. So I will start talking about the AI datasets news. Okay. Right. So The Atlantic dropped this story this month, and it's amazing. They've uncovered millions of songs that have been illegally used for AI training. Staff writer Alex Reisner identified 4 massive data sets of copyrighted music actively circulating among AI developers, containing more than 21 million recordings in total. Mm-hmm. Now, the AI companies are really cagey about where their data sets come from, and they say it's all above board. We've had the copyright approved for it all, because they're currently being sued about it. So we don't know which companies have used which data sets and to what extent, because also they say that they're proprietary. They say that AI companies own these data sets and therefore no one can look at them. So well done to The Atlantic for uncovering these data sets. You can browse them all at The Atlantic, and so I thought, well, let's see. I wonder if Battery Operated Orchestra are in any of these. Oh, look, it's come up already. And apparently there are 22 of our songs in the Sleeping Disco 9 million set of songs. 9 million songs, and we got 22 in there.
This is so weird. And like a lot of these songs are not. I mean, you'd think they've scraped them from YouTube or somewhere, but they're not. They're. I don't know where they're from. Where they've got them.
That's what's interesting. Another interesting point actually is because one of these data sets. I've lost it. But one of the data sets is from the Free Music Archive, which we voluntarily put some of our music on many years ago. Free Music Archive used to be connected to WFMU.
It's a great thing. Yeah,
it's a really good way for YouTubers and things to get royalty-free music. But as long as you credited the artist, there were terms of use. So it's not like it was copyright-free. Just don't use it for profit, sort of thing. However, the guy he got bought by Tribal Music, I think, Tribe of Noise, and they learned that Google was using the Free Music Archive to train its AI models. So he sent a letter demanding a discussion about consent and compensation for the artists. Hessel van Oorschot is the guy who wrote a letter, and he said their response was a big middle finger, basically. And Google refers to its privacy policy in their response that states, we use publicly available information to help train Google's AI models, and goes on to argue that we believe everyone benefits from a vibrant content ecosystem. The company never directly addresses the Free Music Archive's concerns, and Van Oorschot, who's based in Amsterdam, said he kind of felt like he had no practical way to fight it. For me to fly to America and start a lawsuit with Google made no sense, he said. So they've just nicked it because they're big. There's nothing he can really do. Nobody wanted it. Nobody was asked. He said, hey, maybe this is a chance for you to do the right thing. They were like, nah, we think we've got a content ecosystem and it's great.
This is the thing that really pisses me off, though, is that we're not very big. I mean, we'd be lucky if we sell 100 copies of this album, right?
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Please tell your friends. But, I mean, I don't expect any more than that. But here we are. We've been basically scraped and ripped off. And,
without any say in it. Anyway, so...
Or even any knowledge, unless the Atlantic, if they hadn't done that job, then...
Yeah. And this will make the lawsuits more interesting because it's going to make it much harder for the AI companies to argue that we don't know what was in the training data defense because it's there.
Amazing.
Anyway, it prompted me. I thought, well, it's time to check this out. Come on, let's go to Suno and see if it can make a better song than Boo can.
Okay, so, is it time?
Yeah, let's have a look at how that went. Basically, you go to the website, you type in your prompts.
You all know how this works. Some of them have been using this already.
So the first thing I put in was just make me a song in the style of synth-pop duo Battery Operated Orchestra.
It's playing something now. Do you want me to put the speaker on?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so I can hear. Thanks.
There you go.
I found you in the drawer next to broken crown.
I'm going to be sick.
Painted soldiers spinning upside down.
Okay, that's a work of genius.
So you get that. It sounds totally generic and boring. And then we tried again. I was like, be more specific. UK independent synth pop duo.
Mm-hmm. Let's go again.
Give it another go.
Yep.
This has been sped up. I think it's added the guitar for independent.
Oh, yeah, cool. Well, it would.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a little bit of feedback because
sorry, I didn't
level there.
Plan that.
Let me just... Okay. It sounds like us, doesn't it? No. Sounds like it would probably do pretty well if we did make this music, though.
It would. Okay, so...
Let me just pause this because I've got to sort this out.
I'm so sorry. So I made this kind of on the fly yesterday, and it's not entirely prepared with the audio set. I was like, we'll just talk through it, it'll be fine. But there is audio in the clip as well. So
let's try again.
The first results are predictably generic, so we're going to try and give it my voice to work with and see if that works. A little bit dusty today, so it's quite low, but
By the way, that's the dishwasher.
Yeah, hopefully the phone won't pick up the dishwasher. That might add an extra element. Okay, so I'm going to record sort of Alligator.
Mm-hmm.
Record. Na 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 na. Where is the earth falling down? That should be enough. A rough vocal note.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of what Suno's designed to work with, to build a song on a little idea in your phone. So let's see what it does.
Okay.
Okay, so we uploaded it. So I've given Chris a lot to do with this clip. I didn't do the audio at all. But anyway, you can hit play. So I uploaded the audio, and then it hit me with, pro plan only for voices. So if you want it to do a voice like yours, you have to pay. So I just did the free version, upload some audio. Oh, there's terms and conditions. Okay. Here it is.
Okay, so do
you can just thick legalese to cover everything. By using the service or otherwise transmitting submissions to us, you grant to Suno and our affiliates, successors, assigns, and designees a worldwide, non-exclusive, fully paid-up, sub-licensable, directly and indirectly through multiple tiers, assignable, royalty-free, perpetual, irrevocable right and license to use, reproduce, store, modify, distribute, create derivative works based on, perform, display, communicate, transmit, and otherwise make available any and all content in whole or in part, and any rights you may have in your voice model, in each case, in any media now known or hereafter developed, in connection with the provision, use, monetization, promotion, marketing, and improvement of our products and services, including the service and the artificial intelligence and machine learning models related to the service. So this means that they can use what you create through Suno. They specify that it's just the content and just the output, not the actual voice model.
What about the words you put into it?
But they can use the words, they can use anything that gets spat out by Suno, anywhere they like,
so by
forever,
singing,
for free.
By singing Alligator, did you just give that song to Suno?
Well, I haven't given it to them yet, because
we
I
not?
thought I'd better read the terms and conditions first, because I thought, are they going to use my voice now?
Yeah.
And they will put it into their library, but probably along with hundreds of thousands of other users' voice note voices.
Yeah.
But it's all helping the AI engine.
Of
it's
course.
Stealing a bit of humanity from us.
Mm.
I don't know if I want to sing an actual copyrighted work, though. Like, it says you're not allowed to put in any work that's copyrighted to anyone else but you. But it's also saying that whatever you give it, Suno owns that now, because it also says anything that you produce cannot be used commercially anyway.
Oh, that's interesting.
But Suno is allowed to.
Oh, soon, yeah.
So
no, what they've done there is they've covered their asses, and basically, if you get busted for something you've created making money, it's your fault. It's not theirs.
But also,
that's what that means.
If you write a song that turns out to be a hit with Suno, does that mean that they own it and they get the benefit?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know if I don't know if I want to sing an actual song of ours and give them my actual voice now.
Let's just read some random stuff from those books up there. And they've already scraped all of our books, probably. Yeah. Read the making of the atomic bomb into it and see what it makes.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. Oh, it's all right.
There's two copies. Come on. You can choose the one that's not falling apart.
Okay.
I know it seems dark, but we love this book.
Sort of. Which part should I read?
Just open it at random.
Okay. Should I sort of sing it?
Nah, just speak it and see what it does.
I'll make a voice memo. Marie Curie's Radium Institute at the east end of Rue Pierre Curie in the Latin Quarter, built just before the war with funds from the French government and the Pasteur Foundation, had the advantage in any studies that required polonium. Radon gas decays over time to 3 only mildly radioactive isotopes: lead-210, bismuth-210, and polonium-210, which thus become available for chemical separation.
This is such a niche OnlyFans weird thing.
Oh, I've got your voice in at the end. Okay. That might add a bit of extra interest. Okay, save this. Rename. Atomic. Okay.
Let's see the book. So you basically just read Richard Rhodes. Are we going to get busted by Richard Rhodes?
Yeah, you're not supposed to put in copyrighted work.
Oh.
Oh well, let's do it. They've obviously built it on copyrighted work. That's the whole point. So, we're all right.
Sorry, Richard Rhodes, you're a great, Pulitzer Prize winning author, but oh dear. bits of the game music.
It does. It just sounds really crushed in a bad way.
What?
I don't like it.
So it's going to repeat that. I've noticed a lot of these things have a very, very basic chord progression. Generally,
Reliable.
that's a nice bit.
Marie Curie's Radium Institute at the east end of Rue Pierre Curie in the Lining Quarter.
Why does it think I'm a boy from London?
Funds from the French government and the Pasteur Foundation.
Did I say Latin Quarter?
Any studies that require polonium.
Yeah. Come on.
Oh, it's got a chorus. Oh, it's Vocaloid.
It sounds like it's gone J-pop, hasn't it?
Yeah. The chemical sounds rude. Mechanical separation.
But that wasn't as disgusting as the first one. It's actually quite funny.
Yeah.
I wonder how many villages we deprived of water this morning. Oh, sorry. You deprived of water this
Yeah.
morning. Or you.
Video game music.
Yeah, it's nice. And it sounds like very,
Do you think it sounds like battery operated orchestra? I did ask it.
No, it sounds a lot better than us.
That's it, we're in trouble.
And I stand by that.
So there you go. Does it do a good job of being battery operated orchestra? Obviously, we don't have enough songs in the 9 million data set for it to be able to emulate us very well at this stage. But yeah, what a strange experience. And that's what Suno thinks battery operated orchestra should sound like. Perfectly acceptable, video game, arcade game music. But
I get the feeling, it's like using any sort of generative AI. I mean, to actually get a result that you actually need and actually want, it takes iterations and doing it again and again and again until it works.
yeah, and obviously that was the very basic level of it.
Why the hell would you do that though? Why don't you just come on,
Yeah,
make it.
just make it. Anyway, yeah, so that was interesting in light of all the data sets being uncovered. And then we also found out AI artists are actually even being booked for gigs. Check out this video from a musician in Sydney.
Last night I played a gig at Bootleggers in Newtown, Sydney, and the artist that played before us was AI generated. Our band was playing as part of one of Bootleggers' mixed bag events, the lineups of which are put together by the agency Good Intent. The artists do not have control over the lineup. At no point was it disclosed to us that we would be playing with an AI artist. In fact, we only found out because a member of another band had happened to go through their Instagram account. The account contains AI-generated visuals over what I'm fairly certain is AI-generated music, lyrics, and vocals. Worse still, there was no disclosure on any of the event's promotional material that it contained an artist that was AI-generated. As a musician, it is a complete insult to be put on a lineup with someone who uses technology that can only exist because of the large-scale theft of the work of my other fellow human musicians. I don't know if Good Intent was aware that this was an AI-generated artist when they booked them. If they weren't, then whoever is booking for them needs to do a little bit more research just look at the account. It's fairly obvious what's going on here. If they were aware, then I'm going to find it very hard to justify paying to attend one of their events in the future, knowing that there may be an AI artist on the lineup. As streaming platforms become increasingly inundated with AI slop, live music must be defended as an avenue for human creative expression. There is no place for generative AI slop in the live music scene. The appeal of live performance is that it is raw, it is passionate, and that it is human. AI music delivers none of this, while robbing the opportunity to do so from genuinely talented human musicians who can. As this becomes more commonplace, venues are going to need to work harder to protect the very human artists that have kept patrons coming through their doors before the scene that keeps them alive dies off entirely.
Wow.
So, could you go back to it?
Oh yeah, sorry. I've got so many questions.
Yeah. So the first question was, how did they actually perform? I don't even get it. And Aidan clarified that what happened was it was just a guy singing along to a poorly AI-generated backing track who paused for extended periods of time to allow the AI-generated female voice to sing. So, it's a type of performance. Probably not what punters were expecting.
Hey, let's not put ring fences around what performance is, darling.
No, it's a type of performance, but not what punters were expecting, right?
Yeah.
You can hit play again, and obviously loads of people were like, I don't like this. I wouldn't have enjoyed going to see that. And then the promoter actually came on and wrote a huge defense, an apology, where they basically totally admitted liability and just said, we're really, really sorry. It slipped through the net. We didn't check. They sent us an email that sounded like it was just another artist. We didn't check their socials. And they offered the guy, they basically tried to make amends as best they could. But it just goes to show how strong feeling is against this sort of thing.
I'd like to know how these people manage to get gigs without anyone checking their socials. I mean, you can't get gigs and we've got socials.
Yeah, usually
maybe we're just not as good as AI, yeah?
Usually promoters are pretty hot on checking at least kind of your body of followers so they can gauge how many people you can pull into the crowd. But yeah, huge oversight there, massive backlash. And then another little bit of Australian news.
The industry's argument is that, you've got to strike that balance and to innovate and to push it.
Oh, please. Stop this innovate word. It's just nonsense. I'd swear, actually, because it fills me with disgust when people start making those sort of claims.
Tech sector has aggressively lobbied for changes to copyright law that would give AI systems freer access to use Australian content.
Attorney General Michelle Rowland told 730 there are no plans to weaken copyright protections, and she encourages both sectors to find a workable and sensible solution.
Is there any world in which there is a balance or a deal to be struck?
No. What deal? What's the deal? It's just if someone's going to steal your car, you might as well just leave the keys out on the bonnet for them, because it'll go anyway. Then why let them break a window first? I mean, it's just not a tenable argument. It's our hearts and our minds and our creativity that goes into that, and that belongs to us to determine where it goes.
That guy was so Australian.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Singer from the Hoodoo Gurus there. Very Aussie band.
Never heard of them. What are they like?
I don't actually know their music very well, but I just enjoyed, so it shows how strong feeling is about it, how kind of Wild West it is out there at the moment. Everybody's, fighting over the rights. Who can do this? What's legal? How is this going to be used in people's creative processes going forward?
I think the question is, what's legal? As in, what does legal mean?
Yeah.
Never mind what's legal. It's like, does it even have any meaning anymore?
Yeah. So
interesting.
I've got a little bit more on this now, which is the AI, the lawsuit stuff. Not yet. What are we up to? Yep, the lawsuit. So basically, an indie artist is suing Spotify at the moment because he believes they treat indie artists unfairly. He's Connecticut-based and he's an attorney. And he says the platform employs opaque rules and undisclosed filtering criteria that disproportionately harm independent artists while benefiting major labels and high-volume catalogs, which is all true, of course. I don't know if you guys remember, but a few years back, Spotify implemented a minimum 1,000 stream per year threshold for payouts. So if you don't hit 1,000 streams, any money that your songs would have earned get rolled over to the big artists, not you. You don't get paid. But yeah, something interesting came out about this lawsuit when the entertainment attorney, Miss Crystal, looked into it. So,
plaintiff Mark Crowder is an independent music creator residing in Connecticut. Did disclose that he is a lyricist and he uses Suno in the creation of his songs. We have an AI artist, an AI creator, suing Spotify on behalf of independent musicians.
So, weirdly enough, the person fighting for independent musicians' rights is an AI artist. So that kind of brings into question,
But that's just because of the Spotify's decision to not pay out under 1,000 streams. Is that right?
Yeah.
So this person has masses of
thousands of
thousands and thousands of tracks being uploaded all the time, which get just under 1,000 streams. So he's not getting any money out of this massive time and talent investment that's going on here. Are we ready? Sorry.
Yeah. So he says the platform Spotify employs opaque rules, undisclosed filtering. Sorry, I did say that already.
Musician and attorney.
Yeah, I know, right? So
it's the magic combo there.
Yeah. But yeah, it raises questions. Vinyl Culture, I got this through Vinyl Culture. It's a great Substack about music news and things. It raises questions about who gets to invoke the language of independent artist injury and whether the language can still do the work that it was built to do. I mean, what is an independent artist now? Is it an AI musician? Is it, people who make grunge in their garage? All these things feel like they're subject to change and discussion. Also, found this amazing graph of who's suing whom in AI from David McCandless, the wonderful infographic designer from informationisbeautiful.com. And it just shows you it is like a hell of a fight going on out there right now. And yeah, they're all suing each other. Some settlements have been agreed. Like,
look how big that blue Disney circle is.
Yeah,
that's big.
I believe UMG settled with Suno and they were like, oh, we've got a deal, it's fine. But obviously Suno is still using music from artists who aren't represented by big labels. So obviously the indies are going to fall through the cracks unless the unions step up and do something as well.
I can't even see Universal there. Where are they?
Oh, UMG. Gosh, I don't know. There's so much going on.
Yeah. Don't mess with the mouse.
But I like his closing statement is stay seated. This will take years to play out. And it probably will. And
by then everything will have been eaten.
And that's it. Like with all scams and Ponzi schemes and things, by then the people who've made the money will be out the door on their boat on the island having a party.
I thought this was supposed to be a celebratory show.
It is.
Is it how?
Because people are fighting. And I'm going to share this now. There's the RSL Media, started by, I believe, Kate Blanchett's involved, the actress.
Really? I met her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In French's.
Yeah, I had a long chat with her about accents. She's very nice.
Yeah, well, she seems pretty cool. She's started with some other people and developers the Human Consent Registry, where you can decide if AI is ever going to use your identity or likeness in media, or if it's allowed or permitted with terms. Just so you can create a record saying, I object, basically, because it kind of gives you a bit of a legal standing to fight back if this ever happens to you. However, my point of view on this is, why do we have to be put in a database? Shouldn't the default be you don't get to use our likeness? But I guess, at least it's trying to create something that can be used in legislation to defend people's rights, because everything basically needs to be written down until the laws catch up. We've put a statement.
Where do you stand on compulsory organ donation then? Because it used to be you had to have an organ donor card and you had to opt in.
I think opt in.
Really? Okay.
I haven't really given it that much thought.
Okay, I was just thinking because
I
there's
had
another
organ donor
because that
card.
recently changed. It turned into you have to opt out. I think so. I think you have to opt out now.
I think it's something you and your family should probably be allowed to decide, because what if the family has,
it's the difference between opting in or opting out.
Yeah,
you have to do an active thing to make it not happen rather than do an active thing to make it happen.
With rights, it should always be opt-in. Like, you should have a choice. It shouldn't be happening automatically. With rights, anything to do with your human rights.
I mean, I know given your organs, you're not actually. It's not quite the same thing.
No, I don't mind. I'm not going to be using them. But yeah, I prefer to say so,
I just thought it was interesting. So all of these things do seem to be you have to opt out rather than opt in.
Yeah.
So it's like those little check boxes you have to go to. No, I don't want you to share this thing. No, I don't want you to do this. No, I don't want these cookies that do this, and this. And I don't want these trackers, and I don't want this. You have to opt out of it all.
That's true.
So the idea is that you'll get bored and just go, sorry.
That's what I mean. Opt out. You should have the choice. You should be able to say it shouldn't be happening by default. And I also don't like the idea of you have to be registered on a database somewhere by default. Just because of data protection. Like, why should I be giving you my name and identity just so you can protect it? It should be protected anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, last legal note is, of course, the Thomann taking legal action against Fender.
So you must have seen this. Everyone was talking about Fender threatening guitar manufacturers and saying they have to destroy their work, anything that looks remotely like a Stratocaster. I think it's just the Strat, the S-shaped body they call it, or the Strat body.
And I didn't know they apparently designed it after a woman's body. I thought it was just ergonomic.
No. This is what the new CEO of Fender said, because they couldn't get it. Let me get this right. They couldn't get it copyrighted, but what they could do is claim it was a work of art, and in order to claim it as a work of art for some reason, then I can't remember how it works, but basically all the language they used, it follows the curve as a woman's hips and arms, and it's all this. That was a very intentional language they were using to make it that it could be
to be copyrighted,
re-entered into the court as a separate sort of thing, like to do with an artwork rather than a design, a copyrightable design. Because they were told you can't trademark this because it's basically a guitar. It's a generic guitar body now. Yeah. I mean, they may well have invented it. It's so sad because Leo Fender probably almost definitely wouldn't have been doing this.
Yeah.
But it's just people trying to squeeze every last ounce of money out of everything, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Possibly, but it's quite nice to see Thomann, of all people.
Go Thomann.
I remember having an argument, but not an argument, just a heated discussion in GAC. God rest its soul. When I was saying I was trying to buy something, so they still didn't have it in stock, and I said, well, they've got it at Thomann, and then he went absolutely ape about Thomann and how they're destroying the small shops. Hey, he was right.
Were they undercutting sort of thing?
No, they were big and powerful enough to be able to sort of have things in stock when GAC didn't. But hey, GAC sold themselves to venture capital, and that's what actually ate them whole. Yeah. So there we go. What a fun show.
R.I.P. GAC.
What a brilliant show.
Oh, it's important to keep up to date with all this stuff, I think, because, the more aware we are, the more we can fight back and make change happen.
Well, I don't know about you, but I personally feel like crawling under a rock now.
Oh, sorry.
So I might actually do that.
I know what would make you feel better.
Oh, let's have a synth of the month. Oh, God, here we go. Don't talk to me about giant multinationals. Synth of the month.
The BOOcast synth of the month is the Behringer 2XM. 10 years ago, we went to a barbecue at the home of our good friend Simon. And aside from the fact that this barbecue took place in a first-floor flat, which is a feat in itself, that day is forever etched in my memory, for that was the day I first touched a vintage Oberheim 2-voice. Tom Oberheim is a true pioneer of electronic instrument design. After designing effect units and the first digital sequencer in the early 1970s, he identified a limitation in the synthesizers of the day. Musicians wanted to expand the sound of their Moogs and ARPs, but without buying an entirely new system. His solution was the Synthesizer Expander Module, or SEM, introduced in 1974. Designed as an add-on voice module, the SEM featured 2 oscillators and a distinctive multi-mode filter that produced a warm, rich, magical sound that has been sought after and emulated to this day. Then, in 1975, Oberheim released the 2-voice, or TVS, which combined 2 SEMs with a keyboard and an onboard sequencer. The TVS was one of the first commercially available duophonic synthesizers and the first performance synthesizer to include a built-in sequencer, allowing musicians to play melodies and sequences live. The TVS became the 4-voice, and then the 8-voice, each providing unprecedented layers of analog sound while retaining the distinctive SEM filter that was by now an Oberheim trademark. We've played a vintage 8-voice, and believe me, it is a truly awesome experience. The SEM had ended production by around 1980, but by then the company had become one of the defining names of the analog era, producing legendary synthesizers and drum machines. Simon's TVS lived in our studio for a couple of years, and its unique fizz and warmth graced our music when it was working. Though it was unreliable, our love for it only grew. When it finally left us for its new home, we felt its absence. Would we ever get to put that magic in our music again? A second-hand TVS isn't cheap, and they need constant, costly maintenance. There have been many modern interpretations and clones of the SEM from companies such as Doepfer, Studio Electronics, Analog Solutions, Cherry Audio and G4 Software, and Tom's own modern SEMs. But in 2025, Behringer released this, the 2XM, a recreation of the TVS, but minus the sequencer and keyboard. Every SEM recreation aims to capture the elusive sound of Tom's original design. But how does the 2XM compare? Let's fire up the Barbie and go magic hunting. Right, here we go. This is the Behringer 2XM, which is, as you can see, a recreation of the SEM modules by Oberheim. And full disclosure right away, the only reason I'm doing this is because I've watched so many reviews of this, and very good though some of them were, none of them have answered some extremely important questions that I had about this particular Behringer recreation. And I'm going to try and go through what they all are. But looking at this module is a massive dose of deja vu. The fonts, everything about it. The only thing that is different about it is it's a hell of a lot smaller, and it has these tiny little sort of Volca-style knobs, which cause one or two little problems, which we'll come to, which may be fixable, hopefully. Just like the original TVS, this is one expander module and another expander module. So just to explain one of them will be enough, because it's basically two independent synthesizer voices. Each of them has two oscillators, and they're voltage-controlled oscillators, by the way. Somebody's cracked this open in one of the demonstrations I saw. They cracked it open, had a look inside. It is discrete. So everything in here is made from discrete components, as far as I know. If you know better, please tell me in the comments. But here we go. We've got VCO1, and I'll just bring the filter up. So the way we get our mixer is we have these knobs here, just exactly like the original SEM, which goes between saw. Whoops, let's turn the noise off and that off. Oh, there we go. And turn the resonance down. And maybe turn the effects off as well. And we've got some noise there as well. So these three knobs here are basically mixer knobs. So we go between saw and pulse on oscillator 1. That looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 octaves. Sweep on that knob. And then there's a fine tune knob here, which is useful because it's actually really nice to have a synth that doesn't tell you exactly what note you're on. And you've got to get a tuner out, basically. So there we go. And that's what the saw sounds like. Let's put this. And there's, okay, let's come down to the envelopes now. So each of the SEMs has, recreations of the SEMs, has an envelope for VCA, an envelope 2, which can be put to various duties. But we'll just turn the sustain up. So that's... So with the keyboard, we can go down to the clicks. And all the way up past. Certainly my old ears can't hear any further than that. We do get quite a wide range. That's the saw, and then the pulse is like this. And we've got pulse width on the bottom of each of the VCOs, so that goes, that's a square. We go to 90% that way, and 10% that way. And when we add LFO, the LFO's in here, so we add some LFO modulation, and you choose between frequency that way or pulse width that way. If we go up to 90%, we can get those rhythmic things. And actually in the intro tune thing I played, I was using this connected to envelope 2, which enables you to just turn it up. So if you see what I mean, that the pulse goes through 0, and then because it's being controlled by the envelope, it pulls it back down to make it audible again. Gives you a sort of delay on the note if you want it, so...
if I had them both on pulse. So I'm using envelope 2 in VCO2 to control the pulse width, making it come in later. But on VCO1, it's envelope 1 we're using. So that's quite an interesting thing you can do, right? So let's just give that. So that's, yeah, we're able to create this almost sequence from modulating the pulse width of the two VCOs via the two separate envelopes. Turn some effects on. Let's make that longer. I think that's an interesting thing to be able to do, so you can modulate the pulse widths of each of the VCOs independently. One limitation is, however, with this switch in the middle, we get a choice of envelope 1 or 2, depending on which VCO you're on. I don't know what that is, E and V. I'm not entirely sure what E and V is, I'll have to go and look that up. I'll put it on the screen now. And then LFO. Some complexity is available here in this really beautiful, simple, gorgeous synthesizer, which was designed by Tom Oberheim. I find that quite useful, just to being able to control those variations in notes and pitch, and almost every time you play it, you get a little... The limitations are you can only select one of these modulation sources at a time, the envelope 1, E and V, the E and V or the LFO. You can't have both going at once, and similarly, you can only have pulse width or frequency modulation. You can't have both. But here, hello, we've got drums. Not great drums. Speaking of drums, though, in this mixer section here where we choose between pulse and saw, so we've also got external in. Haven't got anything in there yet. Interesting fact, something that made me think this unit was broken at first was this. So I'll turn both the VCOs off. If you don't have anything plugged into the external in the patch bay here, it gives you this tone, which I'm assuming is A440 or something like that. If you buy this and you find your unit is doing that and you can't make it stop, it's down here, external level, turn it down and then turn that off as well. I think that's everything. So we've got the pulse width controls here, which are nice and wide. It goes through 0. We've got the modulation selector here from pitch or pulse width, and we've got the tuning. Oh yes, we've got sync, so we can turn sync on. Let's bring that up. While we're on the subject of mixer and volume, something I've noticed in some of the reviews is that there seemed to be quite a lot of distortion going. And my way around that, especially when you've got both of the modules going at once, has been to be very careful with the levels. It seems like the gain staging inside here is quite... it feels a bit hot, I don't know, and not in a pleasant way either. I'll just turn everything up. So I'm going to have to turn the recording level down. Hold on a second. Okay, so I'll turn this up full. Yeah, it gets really dirty. Actually, that doesn't sound too bad now. It sounds pretty good. But if you bring the other one in... Oh, what have we got on the other one? Yeah, we're gonna... Listen to that. It gets into the realms of, hey, have I just broken it? So I've been getting around that, because something that I always... I mean, it was 10 years ago when I first encountered a genuine vintage two-voice, and the thing that really made me cry with joy and actually changed my life forever, I'm not exaggerating, is just the beauty and the creaminess of the thing. It was absolutely glorious, and there's a thing that the filter did. One of the most important things for me was to find if this recreation actually manages to do the thing the filter does properly. So we'll come to that in a second. But yeah, on the gain staging, so there are so many places where you can change the level. So it starts here with your... where you're choosing how much of the saw or the pulse you're putting in. So that's where the first part of gain staging happens. And then you've got this level here, we're using XM2 on module 2, so there's more level here, and finally there's a master level. So there's 3 places, and I've found it's actually nicer to keep everything safe. Your mileage may vary, you might want a racket, and I might want a racket at some stage, but it's interesting to know that it feels to me like the whole thing's a little bit hot inside with the levels. Ooh, that sounds... Let's get onto the filter. So once again, I'm just using the second module. Take that. Get a 5th there. So yeah, here's the filter. So it's, as you know, it's a very famous, brilliant filter. I have heard recreations of this filter from several different synthesizers, most notably the OB6, which is delicious. It nearly does it. And the Fuse box, and actually Tom Carpenter does make this filter quite a feature on quite a few of his synths, including the Telemark. They come very close as well. But let's just so the multi-mode part, basically it looks the same, right? Okay, so let's just go here. So you can still hear the signal coming through. This is a 12 dB filter. It doesn't go into self-oscillation. Let's just bring up the resonance a bit. Sounds good. A bit more. Yep. Bring the level down a touch there. That sounds quite lovely. Now we're going to bring it from low pass up into notch. So for me, this feels quite close. Goes straight into notch. There's a massive drop-off in resonance in notch. A little bit there. Let's bring it a little bit past. I mean, it is a little bit like that on the original, and it's a little bit like that on most of my SEM multi-mode filter recreations on the different things. And when you've got it in notch mode, the resonance seems to sort of disappear a little bit, but just bring it back up just beyond, nudging into high pass. Yeah, I think that sounds quite nice, but here's the thing. I had a life-changing experience with this filter, and it's not quite doing it. And do you know what? I actually think I've worked out what's wrong, and actually what's wrong with quite a few of the recreations. And it's this. When you're in low pass, you think about it, there's low pass. When you turn up the resonance, you get one peak, whoop, like that. And when you're in high pass, when you turn up the resonance, you get one peak, like that. Yeah. But when you're in notch mode, like that, band reject, you should sort of have, when you bring up the resonance, if it's working properly, you kind of get 2 peaks. Now I think about it, that's what is happening to my ears when I pan the original 2-voice, which was in my house for a long time and now sadly is no longer there, and it is now in the home of a much more successful synth tuber than me. The sound that thing makes feels to me like it's possibly got 2 peaks, and that's what gives it its utterly special, sparkling, shimmering, like a million bells as they dance down the harmonics. It sounds like nothing else, and it's really difficult to recreate. And in fact, I know from the original owner of the SEM, he knew someone that bought one of the actual Tom Oberheim recreations of the original 2-voice, and he loved it. And then he tried the actual 1970s one, the proper one, and he went, oh, and it doesn't really sound the same there either. It's such a subtle thing. It's so difficult to explain, because this is functioning perfectly well. It's nearly doing it. I have looked online, and apparently there are ways of boosting the resonance levels, and there's ways of cracking it open and changing individual components and maybe getting in there, but I'm not sure if I really want to do that. Let's just say it's close. I mean, that is really close. It's just... I mean, this is where I normally have it on the fuse box, just off notch and into high pass. And that gives you that thing. In fact, you know what? Let's give it some modulation from envelope 2. To steal a phrase from Nick Batt, it's very sing-song though, isn't it? Sing-songy filter. Okay, there we go. It's pretty bloody good. I mean, it is really good. It's just that the thing I'm expecting it to do is probably asking a bit much of anything. Because it's almost like it's become in my memory like almost a religious experience. And then I don't know if it'll ever happen again, unless, of course, something happens to that synth tuber and I somehow come into possession of that beautiful original 2-voice again. Who knows? Never mind. We'll just pass over that and we'll move on. Anyway, so we've gone through low pass, through notch. Let's go into high pass now. Yes, indeed, that does give you that low boost. Whoa. Now it's time to switch it to bandpass, so we just do that. Now the notch function doesn't do anything, but... It's got something almost quite genuinely oldie worldy sounding about it. Now, I've got some gripes here. So my gripes are these knobs are very small. I have no problem with the envelopes so far. I think they work. They seem quite snappy to me. Sounds quite nice. And it's got very long decay time, which is also release time, just like the original. Yeah, sustain works. The envelopes seem to work. Here's a problem though. So let's just take one of the oscillators. I'm going to try and apply some modulation to it. So that's okay, but do you see, I barely moved that. Quite a tricky little procedure. So that's all right. We can get some subtle modulation there. Some people have been putting little toppers on these caps to make them a bit more usable. Now, I think that would be very useful, especially in the LFO. So I want you to pay close attention to this. Turn the effects off. So we've got modulation.
So that's very slow indeed, which is great to be able to do that. In fact, let's have some modulation of the filter too. There we go. Oh yeah, the filter modulation goes positive and negative as well, which is great. Let's try and get that a little bit faster. It's pretty tricky. It seems to jump. It's like its bottom setting there is properly slow, and then it kind of leaps. It is possible to get in there and slightly sort of, I mean, you're literally picking molecules of the resistor material inside of the potentiometer. Just trying to do that. So this hasn't been tapered very well. It's kind of, it feels a bit sudden. There's another thing. So let's go up. What Behringer have done is, I believe they've changed some of the architecture of the LFO a little bit so that it can go fast. And I think that goes faster than the original, but I mean, it's not that fast. But what they've done is they've changed the slew characteristics of it. So the slew's a bit quicker so that it can go faster. I know it's not actually doing it, but in some situations, to my ears, it sounds almost like instead of being a triangle or a sine, which is what it is, which is the slew is turning the triangle into the sine inside there, it's actually coming up, staying, and then going down and staying, sort of like a slightly slewed square. I know it's not actually doing that, but it's kind of what it feels like in my ears. It's like it's... I wish they'd left it as a triangle, actually. I believe that's what they've done. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. But it goes pretty fast. I think we've covered everything. I have a problem with that. I'm going to put some toppers on here. Yes, we can switch the VCA to respond to envelope and velocity. But you know what would have been nice? If you could get the filter cutoff to respond to velocity, because that's the thing I really want it to do. Doesn't do that. How deeply annoying. One useful thing you can do with this velocity thing going to the VCA is you can make it so that the harder you hit a sound, the quality of the sound changes because you bring in the second expander module. So playing softly, we're just getting module 2 at the moment. And as I go harder, quite nice. I said the LFO can be brought into sort of high speed. It's not really that fast. One of the things I've just noticed is there's an LFO trigger input. So if I take this one, LFO trigger, that's the input there. And if I take the output from VCO1 and the other SEM, basically you can track the LFO to the keyboard because it's now taking its trigger from VCO1 from module 2. We've got access to some clangorosity here, which is quite nice. Just going to bring up the frequency of VCO1. Interesting. It's got access to some clang, which is lovely because it is a very simple synth, but it's nice to know we can do this. So in the external, yeah, it's bringing some noise. So that sounds quite nice to me. Let's have some effect. So over here, there's a mixer section. So we've got the level of the SEM. Call it a SEM, but you know what I mean. Yeah, the module we've been working on. And we can pan it. That's fully to the right, fully to the left, in the middle. We've also got portamento in here. And we can bring in module 1, panned to the left.
going in this direction also makes me think, I mean, because it's 2 modules, we could make some sort of simple drum patterns. Get some short delay. I've made 2 drum sounds here. From here, and sort of snare from there. Plus, the good thing is, I'm not doing it here, but because these pan knobs basically output through 2 jacks at the back, you could process each of these modules separately. Pretty cool. I like this. Let's go faster. It's getting human leaguey, isn't it? Hopefully I can't get copyright struck for that, surely. Yeah, that's useful. Yep, I think it's great, especially when I consider that some of the recreations, according to other people, I haven't actually tried any of the recreations or the new reissues of the original 2 voice. It has been said, shall we say, that they are not the same as the originals. And it's also been said that 2 of the original TVS 2 voices together won't sound the same as each other either. So I guess what I'm saying is, okay, an original 2 voice is about, what, $3,000, maybe more? And this isn't one of the cheaper Behringer modules at the moment. It's getting on for 300 quid, but you're getting 2 completely independent synthesizers. Okay, a patch bay. Actually, while we're on the subject of 2 independent synthesizers, I've just had it in uni mode, which means it's playing both synths under each key, but we can also go to split. 2 sounds on either side in split mode, just all running on the same MIDI channel. We can play little tunes. Isn't it? And independent control over the level and the panning of each means you can build really quite lovely stuff out of this, just as you could on the original 2 voice. And there is one other mode, which is duo mode. Play 1 key. The first key press will play module 1, and the second key you press will play module 2, and then I think the third key will switch the first one back. So that's a really useful setting as well. Okay, onto the patch bay. So the patch bay has multiple ins and outs for each of the modules. I haven't really explored this very much. One thing I will say is that we are limited with the amount of modulation we can actually do because we have to choose. You choose between, for example, filter modulation. If you want to get VCO2 from the first module to modulate the filter frequency of module 2, are you keeping up? I'm not. Black ones are outputs and white ones are inputs. So VCFCV is there. If you want to do that, you literally have to select it. Ah, there we go. We're in there. Wow, what a racket. Put it in uni mode. grit there. Yeah, that's really quite lovely. But yeah, you've got to choose one modulation source. For example, you can't have envelope 2 and anything else going in at the same time. We can also, if you wanted to, you can take one of the oscillators from the second module and put it into the external in of the first module. I don't think it actually cancels it. You still hear it coming out of the second module. Interesting. I can't hear it there. Why is that? These are all working. Ah! You know what I've forgotten to do? Turn the external level up. There we go. Silly boy. So yeah, there's yet another level. So there's a lot of gain stuff happening here, which is great actually, because you've got a lot more control. So the portamento on 2 works. Let's see if the modulation works on 2 as well. So let's bring it. So now we've got 3 oscillators in module 1 there. So but we can still hear it in the second module, so we can change the quality of that. So you're just listening to VCO1 and Expander 2, except it's going straight into Expander 2's envelope, giving you that. And it's also going to Expander 1's envelope, making it like that. I'll turn the noise off. That's pretty useful, right? That's interesting. It's really, yeah, the patch bay is a really useful addition. We've also got independent control voltages input for these. So if you take this out and turn it into a Eurorack module, you can control each SEM, not a SEM, each module separately. Stop calling it a SEM, Chris. It's not a SEM. Think. What do you think? I'm pretty impressed. This thing's going to live with us. I have bought some toppers. I'll put the link to where I got the toppers from. They were from Thonk in Brighton, and they have improved it no end. And not only do they make it easier to play, but they also make it look better. There are other emulations of SEMs you could go for, and if you had the money, I would say go for the real thing, because although this is great, I still hold to the fact that it's not quite doing it. But having said that, it's my understanding that many other SEM copies don't quite do that thing either. So what can you do? Maybe it's something to do with old components, or, you know, outlawed materials used in electronics. Who knows? It could be something like that that's going on now, where we basically, when you have an original, you've got a truly unrecreatable sound from the past. And if you do, you're very lucky. But this is close enough for me, I think. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. See you next time.
welcome to the family.
Yeah,
2XM.
I know.
Wagyu says he's got 4 of them for his faux 8 voice.
Aha.
So
that's
it's
the
a good thing to do.
Thanks, Wagyu, for reminding me. That's the thing I didn't even mention. You can polychain them and you can get yourself an 8 voice. So an 8 voice for, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 1,200 quid.
A lot less.
I mean, we've played an 8 voice. We played...
Dave's.
Yeah. And I should also say, I mean, I don't wish to name drop because we only just met him, but it was Ed Buller that told me, check out the Behringer 2XM. It's really good. And I went, is it? And he went, because I'm really picky.
Picky about that filter because it.
As I said in the review, it's like it was a religious experience. But again, Simon's not in the chat today. I don't know where you are, Simon, but thank you very much. And well done for having a barbecue on the first floor in a first floor flat. Amazing work.
Incredible.
But we were just wandering around and he had his lovely massive Genelex boosting the stuff out, literally hitting that filter and just listening to it. I was like, and honestly, I'd never heard anything quite like it. It was just
it's like spine tingling, goosebumps.
It's spine
tingling. Spikes.
Totally spine tingling.
Yeah.
And comes close. It's nice, and it looks like it from a distance. And they've even used exactly the right font.
I like lazy.org said, I do like that it looks like a panel from a nuclear power plant. And it does.
Yeah.
That's what you want your synths to look like.
I mean, maybe we should, come the Christmas episode, we're definitely going to have a Christmas quiz.
Oh, yeah.
Almost certainly.
Are we?
Feels ridiculous. Yeah, it feels ridiculous talking about Christmas right now while we're in the middle of a...
heat wave.
Yes. I was going to say earth-destroying event. We're having a weather event.
A weather event.
It's not a weather event. It's just an event. Synths that look like... synths that look like they belong in,
Polybox looks pretty heavy
in war
duty.
games.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
Frank Humphreys, 1927, said, I would love to see a teardown with an examination of the circuit board. Chris found one.
It's in the chat.
I've put a link to the chat. It's by Frost Porpoise, who has 31 subscribers. So go out there, give him a like and subscribe.
No, like and subscribe that guy. Yeah, so he's taken it apart, and although it's all surface mount technology, it's all OTAs, and it's proper. They've properly recreated it.
Peter Quote said, isn't it 4 oscillators?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Because it's 2 SEMs.
More importantly, he asks, is it better than the fuse box then?
No.
I find hierarchical, is this synth better than questions really difficult because they're all different.
So sweet, honey. But
they're all different.
Okay, so in one way, maybe, because you've got 2 of everything, right? You've got 2 of those filters, nearly those filters. In fact, I should put it side by side with the fuse box. Tom, I'm so sorry. If you ever get to see this, I don't mean to put you up against this behemoth company. Because I know you build it. He builds everything basically himself.
He builds colossi. Oh, they're behemoths
he
themselves.
Does indeed. He does. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, let's have a synth fight. Tom won. It fell on the opponent. But that whole the multi-mode SEM style filter is it's weird. So the OB6, the only reason we bought it is because we played the 2 voice, and I went, it's got the same filter, and then it was only after we got it I went, well, it's nearly the same filter, but this I'm not crying. Why am I not crying?
Yeah.
And it's such a weird thing, and it's not even about the age of the components. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I know people that have. It was actually Simon, his friend, bought one of Tom's reissues, and he loved it, absolutely loved it. And then he played Simon's, and he basically went, "Oh no, hold on, there's something. There is something here. It's
something different."
It's so
Gary Elwood jokes, it's the lead in the solder in those vintage synths that makes them sound so good.
Good lead.
He says joke in the brackets.
Lead's good for you.
Yeah, good old lead solder. It's hard to get hold of now.
It is. I love breathing those fumes in. That's why I can't make any sense anymore.
Peter Coates pointed out, the fuse box will mature in age, like a good cheese.
Well, it has.
Caitlin's like a good cheese. But yeah,
Caitlin's like a good
Caitlin
cheese.
said that. Added
Okay,
that one.
sorry.
Yeah, Caitlin's not like a good cheese. Caitlin,
Sorry, I was misunderstood. Sorry, Caitlin, you're not like a good cheese.
There's-
Maybe you are like.
There's been a lot of discussion about all the
You're a
AI
brie,
stuff as well.
after all.
I am a brie. I am the delicious creamy brie.
You know the most important thing about a brie is you leave it out until
You
it
gotta
goes
leave it out.
really runny,
And smelly.
just like.
Not really.
Sorry, I swore.
Anyway, we have a lot of discussion about the AI stuff, and I'm glad because I know it was a lot. It was a lot of stuff to get through before we got to Synth of the Month. But you all had some really interesting ideas on it. First of all, though, Stefan last said, "If the new album sounds like that AI-generated track, then I want my money back."
Stefan, we're
Fair,
so
Stefan.
sorry. The money's on its way. I'm sorry, man.
we'll never go that way. And Synthsy said he's unsubscribed from Dr. Mix's YouTube channel.
Why?
Because of the amount of content reviewing AI-based music creation software platforms and DAWs. Enough is enough. He's just tired of it.
Oh wow!
And
I
Caitlin
hadn't even
says-
noticed he was doing that. So you know
No.
what's probably happening is he's probably been given a lot of
probably
money to do that because
Well,
we've
that's
been.
quite an accusation to make.
I'm not accusing him. We've been offered, like, you know, do you want to be involved? We'll pay you. You can do this stuff
Have
with
we?
our
To
yeah.
be paid?
I can't remember which platform it was. Yeah,
I
they're
just
saying-
automatically go no to all those things. I didn't
Well, of
even
course-
notice an offer of money.
Of course you do. Of course you do. No,
Well, I
there's
didn't
just-
know there was money involved. Maybe we should no.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay. So that is an accusation.
He
Maybe
reviews-
he absolutely loves AI
He
music.
reviews new tech, and I'm sure he's, as a large part of his audience wants to see how it all works, and there's certainly a curiosity.
I need to say, because we met Dr. Mix at
You
Synth.
can't say that. That's hold in confidence. You can't share that. It's a very funny joke, but we
It's
can't
not-
share.
it's
We
not
love
bad.
Dr. Mix, and we got selfies taken with him.
Put it this way: when someone's very exciting and excitable and whatever, you just have to ask yourself, could I stand a 1 hour car journey with them?
Well,
that's it.
I certainly enjoy his YouTube
Sorry.
channel and his breakdowns. I
He's
didn't
not gonna
realize
see
he was
this.
doing
Nobody
so
sees
much
this.
AI
Only
stuff.
you guys are going to see this.
Anyway,
Sorry. Yes.
there's a lot to get through here, baby.
All right, Christ.
So okay. Where am I? Caitlin said they just hide the AI stuff in their YouTube feed so that it affects the algorithm, because apparently that works more than just unsubscribing. Whatever. There's ways to get it out.
What?
And then when
I didn't understand that.
so Caitlin still subscribes to YouTube, to Dr. Mix's YouTube channel, but
Mhm.
clicks the hide video from feed so that it tells the algorithm, don't show me AI stuff.
Oh right,
So
okay.
kind of shaping your
I do that a lot.
thing.
I can't stand. There's so many amazing. There's the videos come up and you go, oh, hold on, my. That's better. Sorry. Videos come up all the time saying, oh, yeah, Hidden London and all this. And oh yeah, okay, I'll check that out. Hidden London.
Yeah.
Well, London is like this and something that, and you
Yeah,
go, oh, God,
it's an
instantly
AI
kill,
video.
delete, and don't show me that again.
There
And
was a
so
period when
much
we
of
were
it.
getting like nothing but kind of girls in underpants generated by AI in the side column as well. I think it thought the account was male. And it was like,
I
"Let's
still
show
don't know
this."
why we deleted that, but I think Rob's London. Anyone
Rob's
like
London,
Rob's
what a
London?
great channel.
Hello, and thanks for stopping by.
Okay, that's enough.
So, okay.
There's more here. So then Caitlin went on to say something I think should be an easy question to answer to a musician is, which parts did you do and how did you do them? What did it fill in? But I get a lecture. It's not that simple. And Synthsy replied, I love showing people the exact signal chain to show how I got the sounds I sculpted.
What do you mean? You get a lecture and they say, oh, it's not that simple because it's like...
They get defensive.
It is that simple.
Yeah. But I pointed these two comments out in particular because I'm about to drop another Substack article this month. If you're interested in our writing, we have a battery-operated orchestra.substack.com. The one I wrote about music promotion slave to the algorithm went kind of crazy. So there's, that was great. Thanks for sharing that, guys. It really got out there. We've got another one coming out this month about how we made the track Alligator, and I couldn't help reflecting during the making of that track how unlike AI music creation is, and it's the exact same thing came up for me. If you ask an AI music creator how they created the track, what were the steps along the way, they can't answer the questions in the same way that a traditional musician can. Anyway, that's going to drop later in the month, so be tuned for the hot takes.
So my headphones have broken.
Oh no, everything's falling off for you. Well, that's okay. We've got more comments to share.
Not quite everything.
So Peter Coit said the revolution is starting with synthesizers. Ben Jordan, Red Means Recording, and Boo are all doing great investigations into these scandals. And Lazy.org said knowing is half the battle. Quite right.
Yes.
Knowing is half the... We should be aware. It's good.
Yes.
And I love the conversations you guys are having about art and how we can challenge things. Peter Coit said Robin Vincent was talking about developing an anti-AI platform for sharing work. Robin Vincent, Molten Music, has a really good YouTube channel as well, if you don't know it. The problem has always been commodification, and now it's stealing too. But art has tried avoiding commodification with conceptual art, Dada, graffiti, etc. Now this whole discussion ensued.
Ephemeral art.
Icing the Body Electric, prominent, conspicuously displaying the work, not just the end product, like action painting.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a return to this, definitely in the visual arts I'm seeing, where people are leaving the thumbprints in, basically. They're leaving the rough bits, the things that reveal the process that has gone, that people have gone through to create the art.
However, Aardman.
Yeah.
They're using AI and they have a special thing to put thumbprints on.
Well, that's not AI, that's 3D texturing. They use, I believe it's just their 3D
No, you're
software.
right, it's not AI. But they're using something to put thumbprints on it.
But they...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you
but
said thumbprints.
They're 3D artists building things from scratch, trained in art,
You're right,
using a process.
You're right, I
They're
take it
not
back.
hitting a button and having it spit
Sorry,
out.
Aardman. I'm sorry. We love you in Bristol.
But I
You're
mean,
lovely people.
So Peter Coit, he put the question very well, though.
What
did he say? He said, how is... I can't say it, but he said basically, what's the difference between an AI artist doing this? I think he's being devil's advocate. And Damon Albarn using an omnichord preset to make a hit song.
That's discovery. That's actual human discovery. That's the difference. Rather than... You could argue about it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's so many times like the Slang Tang rhythm produced a whole bunch of tracks. There's a whole bunch of sounds. Yeah. I mean, but if, you know, humans interact... Humans. This is an important word.
Yes.
Humans interacting with it. If you think a human is interacting with AI because they gave it a prompt and it came up with something and they either liked it or didn't like it, that's different from finding something that's there for everyone and seeing the specificity, the special thing about that thing that no one else has noticed. That is a very different thing,
Yes.
I would argue, Peter.
Yes. And also secondarily to
Just
that,
a thought?
I mean, that's key because that's about the actual creative process. But secondarily to that, the thing that is reduced in those arguments is that to say, oh, it's the same as this creative process that has always happened before, is it's not, because it's on such a massive scale. People are creating hundreds and thousands of these songs, and it is washing out independent artists.
And this
from
is literally what it
streaming
is. It's like
services.
it's the overpowering of the whole system by sheer volume. Because it can be created so quickly. It literally, how long does it take you to realize that Slang Tang rhythm on your Casio is... This is a hit.
Yeah.
Like, and also tune
into Radio Boo if you haven't heard us playing that.
And we're going to talk about apropos of that. Shall we do that? All right, listen, guys. It's a long show, and I'm so sorry.
Sorry, we got carried away.
I, you know, it's really weird when you give birth to something. I feel weird.
I didn't expect to see your birth face. It does feel weird.
I snorted like a pig there. It does feel weird.
Where are you going with this?
I don't know.
I've made you forget everything with the phrase birth face, sorry.
But I'll tell you one thing that's helped us keep going is that you guys, the boosters supporting us.
Yes.
We've got a new little thing for you. I think we're going to play this every month because this is designed to get any of you that aren't supporting us yet to maybe consider it.
Check out all the good stuff.
Here we go.
It's that time of the show when we like to say thank you to our boosters. Your support helps us to keep being Boo. For those who don't know, the boosters are our subscribers on Bandcamp or Patreon. If you become a booster today, for as little as £3 a month, you'll get a bunch of extra Boo goodies. Goodies like our digital releases, instantly available to download or stream, 10% off all our merch, including CDs, t-shirts and more, a plethora of subscriber-exclusive EPs, with new EPs being regularly added all the time. And subscribers can now tune into Radio Boo, our weekly radio show where we become smashy and nicey in our never-ending attempt to surprise each other with old, new and obscure music. It's like BOOcast, but unplugged and uncensored. Subscribers also get exclusive tracks, interviews and direct messages from Boo to you. And as if all that lot wasn't enough, at the end of 6 months' continuous support, you get the coveted enamel Boo Peter badge that identifies you as a supporter of independent music and allows you to spot other boosters in the wild. So sign up today for as little as £3 a month for all this Boo swag. You're free to cancel anytime you like, there's no obligation, no salesman will visit your home, and you can sit back and enjoy the goodies, happy in the knowledge that your support has made what Boo do possible. Boosters, we salute you.
Yes, we do. And thank you so much for all of your support. It's really been very, very important to us at this time. I mean, it's impossible not to overstate it.
When we're making
not to overstate it. It's impossible to overstate it.
When we're making
I used to be an English teacher.
We're making our CDs by hand, and that means, you know, there's quite an outlay. We have to buy all the materials, put in a lot of time, make sure we've got time off work to do it. And the funding that you guys bring to us every month really helps us be able to do these handmade CDs for you.
Yes, and something I want to say is that we have done a questionnaire for our boosters, and a lot of you have replied, and that's great to hear.
Thank you.
Thank you for your feedback. It's been really useful. We're going to go with this. We're going to use it to help us.
Because we want to make sure you get the best experience possible as a booster.
Yeah, that sounds so
corporate. If you haven't done that survey yet, please do. It is anonymous. We can't tell who is who unless you're quite specific about things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one of the things that people said is that quite a few people said they didn't want this next segment.
Oh, wasn't it? It was quite evenly split, wasn't it?
It's evenly split. Some people didn't want it. Some people do want it.
We need more of you to weigh in. Do the quiz and have your say. Do you think we should read the full scroll of honour?
And we'll remember that for now. But there is boost. Okay, I'll cut to you actually. Let's do that. Okay. Let's do that quickly because it's quite right because it's a thing. So we've literally just uploaded a new EP, which became available just before the show went live tonight.
One of my deranged collage covers.
This is now 18 EPs.
That's amazing.
And these are songs that basically we finished, discarded, thought about, didn't know what to do with,
demos,
still love, demos,
ideas,
stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff that just didn't have a home on the albums. Anyway, if you like the full scroll of honour, let us know. If you would rather we just told you who's new on the scroll of honour, then, you know, enough votes will swing it that way. But
for now, we're going to do
people like it.
So and do you know what we want to see? How fast it's scrolling tonight.
And I apologise, Stefan. I know it stresses you out, but
Stefan,
thanks for being here.
Maybe look away for the next.
He said he doesn't mind a long show, by the way, as well. So thanks.
Okay.
Permission granted. And
let's go.
Yeah,
are you
tune
ready?
out for this.
Okay.
So every month we honour the booster badge holders, the special members of the booster coterie that wear the badge with pride.
What the hell?
Yes,
coterie?
it's a select group of people.
It's a coterie. Okay, that's nice. The booster badge holders scroll of honour.
Andrew Kupachevsky.
Stefan Last.
Scuzzer.
Put us in the
Ian
corner.
J. Cole.
What?
James Newcomb. Craig Williams. Warren Harrison. Jeff Terranova. Sean Parsons. Paul Mouchline.
Adam Embry, Jeff Potter, Andrew Vanny, and Heath, Paul Harkness. This is a lot slower.
I adjusted
Jörg
the
Schaefer,
easing.
Tom Grimshaw, Pascal Aubrey, Technomatic,
David Hill, Andrew Walford, Nick Haig, Gary Goldfinch, Ed Francie,
Hey Gary,
hey
Ed,
Andy Mayer, Rob Sloan, Ian Pass, Wagyu, hello,
Simon Goodwin, Neil Walton, Andrew Loveland, Jerome Gorman, Michael Carker, No Labels Plus, Andrew Brooks, Andy McCreath,
Adrian
sending
Wright,
you our love,
Raynard
man.
Young Gronin, Rich Kill, Evan D.P. Gray, Julian Edge, Zach Lure, Christopher Miller, Izzy Monkey,
Red Glider, Tonin Peck, Steve Webb, Chris Mitchell, Peter Della,
Jeffrey
Collins,
Collins,
Gary
Gary
Paula,
Ampola,
Gary
Phil
Ampola.
Dunbar.
That's two.
They have one subscription. Peter Coit, Dots, Ben Robinson, Michael Bridge.
That's the last
damn.
one. And joining us this month, Daniel Saint.
William Power and Richie Fulks. Oh.
You missed one of
I
you.
missed one.
Shall I pause it and go back?
No, don't.
All
It's
right,
fine.
okay. I won't.
We did it. I adjusted
Sorry.
the easing because it was all mental, but anyway.
You adjusted the easing.
Of the key frame, the timing.
I know. I know what
Well,
easing
I know
means.
you do, but for the people
They
out
know what
there-
easing means
okay,
too.
I guess
They're-
they do. Everyone's savvy now.
Everyone knows what easing means.
So, yes, thank you, everybody. Next month's show is going to be a big one. So we're calling on our boosters. The boosters will get the album before it comes out, a week before it comes out to download.
Yeah.
So another great reason to be a booster right there. And we're hoping that as that week goes by, you'll be listening, digesting, and you'll have thoughts emerge and questions will arise about things about the tracks.
For the boosters, we'll probably send you another couple of reminders in the form of vertical videos that we've shot in our life, walking around going, "Hey guys, we'd like to," because I don't even remember when we released Compulsory Games. It was great. We had a lot of nice messages from you.
You guys sent us stuff on video with questions and really interesting thoughts about it all. And we want to share those with everybody on the album launch show next BOOcast, August the 3rd, which is the day before the album's actually released. So it'll be kind of like exclusive preview time for everybody else. But for the boosters, we want to share your thoughts. And then the next day, the album is out. And I haven't scheduled it yet, but we're going to plan a listening party on the Friday on Bandcamp where we will all get to listen through the album together.
How does that work?
Well, we've never done it before, so I just thought it'd be fun to try. Basically,
let's see what happens. Yeah?
You start it, the album plays through, and there's a live chat. So everybody can experience it at the same time and have live questions about things.
Okay.
So I guess that's more for the people who aren't subscribed as boosters and will be hearing it for the first time that week. That's a chance for you guys to come at us with questions and share in the whole listening experience and the unfolding of the physical packaging. If you have it, that's a whole thing as well.
Yeah, the whole thing. I mean, I don't know if you know by now, but I mean, there's a review up, isn't there?
Yeah, you'll read in that interview with Outside Left magazine, which we'll be sharing on the socials shortly.
Is it in the?
No, not yet. It's not there.
Okay.
I'll share it shortly. I will put it in the Discord as well. But there's a little bit of info about the packaging and our thoughts behind it.
Yeah, I mean, it was sort of part of the whole thing was. Yeah, it was weird. It's a weird old thing. It's weird.
Yes. And likewise, if you're not a booster, you can join us on our Discord for free. You can always email us as well. But yeah, we've got Discord.
Do I cut to that?
Yes, cut to that. That's
Sorry.
why I'm going like this.
Is that what that means?
That's what that means.
Okay.
Yeah, where people share their music as well. We talk about BOOcast. There's gear stuff. Sharing events that are on. If you've got any gigs or anything that you think boosters would be interested in going to, yeah, it's great. We have a little chat on there. We don't check it all the time, but yeah, we check it fairly regularly, at least before every show. So yeah,
fantastic. Cut back to us. How about a thumbnail?
I know it's going to be exciting because it's a new video.
Yeah, but I'll be like,
okay, thumbnail done.
Right,
because
fantastic.
now it's time for.
I said fantastic for the second time.
You've done very well.
I may have done it more than once.
Only two.
Twice.
I'm just going to double check the time. Somebody said their question got lost in the algorithm. Okay. I'm just checking if they got to ask it. Comment lost in cyberspace. No, sorry about that. It hasn't popped up again. So, yeah, feel free to pop it in the Discord and we'll find out what you were asking. Anyway.
Yes. Who was that?
It was...
We don't know.
Sorry,
it's
I have
lost.
to scroll.
Don't worry, that's fine.
PhotoxBRNL. So, yeah, someone in the Netherlands. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Anyway, this is the newest single from the album Seaview Soft Rains, which you can pre-order at tinyurl.com/Seaview Soft Rains, all one word, lowercase, and secure your physical copy because they're technically kind of limited, the first run. There's only so many we have. So, we made a video for this. We're going to talk about the making of it on the next BOOcast, along with all the other album exciting stuff.
Great. Yeah, we've got a lot to tell you about it. It's a weird album.
Yeah.
It's weird, man. In a good way.
And
I think. Very personal.
Yeah. And this is a weird video because I'm wearing a wig.
And this is basically the world premiere.
Yes.
Let's hope the frame rate's working nicely
we
with
thank
the little
you
Latin.
very much for being here with us on this rather long, expanded show.
Sorry, it was so long.
and putting up with the technical. It was completely my fault about the volume.
It's
I didn't
okay,
check
darling.
it.
You don't have to do that.
Somebody mentioned it in the chat. So
What did they say? It was
they
too
said
quiet.
it was very quiet. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my fault. Sorry about that. I'll try not to put things together on a
Sorry.
Sunday when I'm a bit dusty.
Dusty?
I love
know
that.
what that means.
That's my sister's phrase for slightly. Whoa, what's another euphemism?
We've been celebrating. What can we say?
We had to celebrate. Pre-orders went live on Friday, and celebration was in order. It's been a long haul, and next month we're going to celebrate with you.
Do you want to see the video?
Yeah, come on, let's do the video.
All right, we love you.
You've had enough.
Goodbye.
Bye.
We love you. Bye, bye.
Thank
bye,
you.
Bye.